What's good, YouTube? It's your boy KingSupreme. Back in the video, we got Theo, Vaughn, me, and Darryl Strawberry. Now, if you're new here, welcome to the channel, homies. Just be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share if you want to see more bangers from the boy, you feel me? Because the grind never stops. But hey, we got some more Theo Vaughn today, man. But we got me and Darryl Strawberry today. I just got to my first ever Theo Vaughn video just the other day. It was the white privilege one, bro. When I tell you, bro, I was that was so funny, bro. That was my first time getting into him. He's from Louisiana. Now that I know he's from Louisiana, I could tell from his accent. Yeah, he had a strong accent. I could tell he's from probably, you know what I'm saying, somewhere in the South somewhere. I didn't know particular, but he's from Louisiana. Dude is hilarious, bro. I enjoyed every single thing, bit of that stand-up, and it was so short to me, right? So I wanted to get to a little bit lengthier one because I really want to see all that he has to, offer, bro. Because dude is hilarious, bro. But I don't want to make the intro too long. We're gonna see how this one is. Theo Vaughn, me and Darryl Strawberry. I'm really excited. Let's get straight into this one, man. This dude, I'm telling you, if y'all have never seen Theo Vaughn before, bro, y'all gonna be in for a treat. I've only got to one video of him, bro. I was on the floor, bro. So we're gonna see how this one is. Thank y'all for letting me know about Theo Vaughn.
So he starts saying, I got a gift for you. I got a gift. And I grew up in like a broken neighborhood. I thought it was gonna be his cock, So I start practicing my like, see a cock, like don't be interested faces, Welcome to This Is Not Happening. I'm your host, Roy Wood Jr.
Yo, this is...
Hey, there you go, boys. Drink up. Nobody's gonna remember what the hell's happening tonight. That dude's trying to get my couch pregnant. He peeing out the window. Dude, come on, man. John Legend bought me that piano. Who brought a ball pit? Past weekend, a Southern boy like me, Theo Vaughn. So, I am 11 months sober, right? I'm a sober guy.
There you go.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I didn't want to be, but this is what happened.
He said, this is what happened.
I was in New York City, right? New York City, New York. They call it the same thing right back in front of each other just to really piss you off before you get there. It's like we heard you in the beginning, But I was in New York City, east of Hoboken.
I've never been to New York.
And I hadn't planned on doing any cocaine. Okay? I planned on doing this much cocaine. That's a zero amount,
This is gonna be
But apparently some cocaine had planned on getting together with me when it left its home that evening. So I went to this party, man, and my friends were at this party, and I felt uncomfortable when I got to this party. Probably because, like, when I really think back on my life, like, I've always just felt uncomfortable, Like, I don't know what it is. Like, my whole life has just been this constant struggle with every moment, like I'm just wrestling with every second just to feel okay. Like I don't even want to feel good. Just set me in the middle, So I'm at this party and I'm feeling how I feel regularly, uncomfortable. So I decided to have some drinks because my friends are alcoholics and I'm competitive. So I have a couple tequilas, right? And tequila, let's be honest, like pouring Mexico right into your body, okay? I mean, make you jump a fence, make you buy a gun.
Yo, I ain't never drunk before, bruh. I ain't never drunk before. What do y'all feel about drinking, bro? Y'all enjoy it? Like, what y'all feel about it? I've never drunk before. I've never had the urge to. Like, I've had instances when people offer me or I've been around it, but I just never did because I never had the urge to. I'm saying it because he's about to tell the story about this. How do y'all feel about drinking, bro? Y'all like enjoy it? Is it cool? I know it's always everything's good in moderation, bro. But how do y'all feel about it, man? Interested to hear.
make you run across a highway with your family,
Dang.
make you knock a woman up, make you knock a woman down,
Okay, he talking.
Olay, Janet, you know? So I had me a couple tequilas, and I was feeling alive, you know? I was feeling a little more comfortable. Now, at 1:30 in the morning, I left this party because at 6:30 a.m. I had to be on the nationally syndicated radio program, the Opie and Jim Norton radio show.
Oh.
And it's a wonderful show that tapes there in New York City, New York. And
There you go.
and those are two men that I really admire, you know? And admire is when somebody's better than you, but you still like them. It's an old-fashioned ideal. So at 1:30 a.m. I get into this taxi cab, right? This beautiful Asian girl that I do not know gets into the taxi with me. We're both headed the same way. They call it sharing a taxi, okay? And this girl lays the back of her head right into my lap.
Huh?
And I'm thinking, fuck yeah, you know?
He said it's going down. He said it's going down.
New York's got these beautiful free Asian girls with every taxi ride. This is a marvelous accoutrement to the city, you know?
Type shit.
Uber, no thank you. Taxi, you have one me back. So this girl's just laying in my lap, and she just starts reminiscing about her evening, you know? She said she had a nice evening, but that her boyfriend wasn't in town, that he's never in town.
Dang.
Then she goes, what happens in taxis stays in taxis.
Oh. He said,
And I'm not the brightest, you know, bowl in the bowl drawer, you know. Fuck, dude. You ever wander into a sentence, you're like, how do I get out of here?
I feel that.
But I'm looking around this vehicle after she says that, and I'm thinking, this is a taxi, you know? I mean, taxi me once, shame on me. So I'm feeling kind of cavalier after her statements, right? I go down to make a kiss, you know? This young lady's laying in my lap, I go down to make a kiss. Now, trying to kiss somebody that's laying in your lap, that's a beautiful idea.
But
until you get right here, okay?
yeah.
And then you're just milling around like a lip rapist, bro. I don't think James Bond could kiss a woman laying in his lap,
Yeah, it's
okay?
like awkward trying to do that.
So she pushed me off of her. She called me a creep. She called me a pervert.
Bro, in those situations, I feel him, bro, but you just gotta play it smooth. You don't make a move till she makes the move, bro. You gotta play it smooth. I feel him, bro, cause he was lit. She was lit. Obviously, they was all. You gotta play it smooth. You see me? As soon as she said, you know what I'm saying, or anything I have to say, I'd be like, oh word. I'm like, shit. So what you mean by like? You just gotta you gotta play it smooth. You gotta lead her on tight. You feel me? You can't press too much, then she gonna think you too thirsty tight. But I feel it. He was lit. He was doing that. But there's a way you gotta approach that. I don't know. That's just me though. But dang, she called him a creep. Dang.
Definitely not a creep. And then it was awkward for a few blocks until she got dropped off wherever she was going. I'm not sure even where it was. I think it was like a halfway house for complete cunts or something.
Oh my gosh.
And at that point, it's just me and the driver, you know? And I thought he said drugs. He could have said something else. English wasn't his first language, you know? He was bilingual. But I heard drugs in my head, you know? And so I said, cocaine! Like I was coaxed for Columbus, bruh. And we just landed on crack rock, you know?
What the fuck?
And I heard him accelerate that vehicle. And that's universal language for we're gonna get some cocaine. Because that's a drug to me, you know? Weed is a confusing spice.
Confusing spice.
I mean, weed will make you forget how to get home. Cocaine will make you forget how to get to heaven. So we just drove,
I've never done
man.
that either.
Man, we just
Cocaine.
drove, man. And we drove for about a half hour into like North Harlem. if that's even a place. I don't even know.
But they got a bunch of places.
But it was a dark neighborhood, and that's not a euphemism. All the street lights were busted out, so you couldn't tell that it was predominantly black.
Oh.
But I grew up in a black neighborhood. I know when I'm back, you know? And we got there, man, and I gave this dude some money. He gets out of the vehicle, comes back a few minutes later with some cocaine on him.
Bro,
you know?
taxi...
But he sits in the back seat next to me.
Taxi drivers be doing this
A little alarming, you know?
Right, like what?
Kind of like when you're in the air on a plane and you see the pilot taking a piss, and you're like, what the fuck,
Right.
dude?
What the fuck is this?
Is this Spirit? But this beautiful gentleman scooped up a little bit of cocaine on a car key, put it under my nose, killed that baby, bruh. Then I scooped him one, and he killed his, man. And then, and
that is wild.
And just a couple of dueling cocainists. And we got high, man. We got high for about 40 minutes. Dude, I remember being so high at one point, I was like, dude, where the fuck is the driver, bro? And he didn't know. So we sat there, man. We continued to get high together, me and this beautiful gentleman.
He
said Luigi, that was his name, Luigi. And I thought that was Spanish, you know, like that rare Italian Spanish. So I start saying my name in Spanish, Teodoro. Because I learned Spanish in Louisiana.
Oh, really?
And my whole life I thought Teodoro was Spanish for Theodore, which is my first name. About 6 months ago, this girl goes, that means I adore you. Wish you would have told me at some other point, you know? Because it's fine, right? It's fine to tell people you adore them when you meet them. But when you're an hour deep into an 8-ball...
Yeah.
With a man who keeps saying he's Luigi and you just keep saying, I adore you too.
Yeah.
99% of the time, this don't end heterosexually.
No, for real.
So...
This dude is so funny, bro.
This is a long night, man.
We still got a lot left to go. I'm excited.
So he starts saying, I got a gift for you. I got a gift. And I grew up in like a broken neighborhood. You know, I thought it was going to be his cock, you know? So I start practicing my like, see a cock, like, don't be interested faces, you know?
He said, yeah, cut it out.
So I'm running through the Rolodex of no cock for me faces.
And this whole time he's on.
And then he keeps saying, I got a gift, I got a gift for you. Then I'm thinking it's like a thing on his phone, you know, like a GIF, you know?
Right.
Like a disappointed walrus, you know? Like, Monday. But then I hear on the taxi door.
What?
And I'm like, who knocks on a car door, dude?
No.
Come in or just be out there, you know? Were you raised in a house of car doors in it?
Car doors.
So I'm like, come in. Because now I gotta live in this shit universe they created by knocking. And a toot gets in. A prostitute, you know?
What?
A toot. You can't say pros. Pros is somebody that have a prosthetic, you know? And a toot get mad if you call them a pros if they got everything, you know? So I'm being politically correct and I'm saying this toot, you know? And I respect prostitutes. I respect all women, you know? Whether they're a president or a prostitute, I respect them, man. You know, prostitute, probably a tougher job, let's be honest, these days, dude. You out there middle of the night, slanging that canal, you know?
Bro, they be out there, bro.
A lot of men are gay, market shares decline.
He said
So I
market.
respect prostitutes, man, but I don't want to deal with a prostitute tonight. I just want to do cocaine with my adorable buddy, Louis. You know?
Louise.
And this prostitute, man, she had like you know, she had a wig that covered, you could see about 60% of her face, okay? And to me, it looked like a man's face, right? Which is fine, you know?
Which is fine.
No judgment there. I'm just saying, if I were on a game show called Guess 60% of this person's face, I would guess man
That's
first.
a man.
You know? But so we're all back there getting high together, and this prostitute starts making advances towards me. And I don't want a prostitute. So I start feeling uncomfortable, which is where I live at most of the time, so it only took me about half a lung to get there, you know? So I get out of the taxi into the street in North Harlem, right? Luigi comes out after me, because that's new friendship. And he's like, $100, $100.
That's the homie. Bro, this is the craziest story I've ever heard.
$100. I'm thinking he's gonna pay
And
this too.
people might think I feel like he is not like this. Sounds like the craziest story. Like you can't even make up. But I completely believe that this happened to him.
Only took me about half a lung to get there, you know? So I get out of the taxi into the street in North Harlem, right? Luigi comes out after me, because that's new friendship.
That's the homie.
And he's like, $100, $100. So I give him $100. I'm thinking he's gonna pay this too. She'll go on about her business. We'll get back to, friendship. I look over a minute later, they're kissing on each other's necks, okay? He's investing my $100 back here with this prostitute, right? I still have a $240 meter on the front of this taxi, right?
Wow.
So I'm out $360, not even in the vehicle. Unfair.
Crazy.
But I deal with my negative feelings outside of the car, so I don't bring negative energy back into the vehicle, right?
Vibes, gotta keep the good
Then
vibes.
I get back into the taxi, but now I'm sitting in the front passenger seat, right? You can hear Luigi and the toot in the back. So you can hear the light rustlings of a blowjob, kind of just simmering up into existence. A good blowjob too. It sounds like, one you see on the internet. Sound like somebody's at a water park.
It was getting it in.
And I respect what they're doing, man. But I still want to do cocaine by myself, right? So now I'm trying to be considerate and quietly do cocaine by myself, right? Just the softest little cokehead you ever met, dude. Just like a newborn rabbit just hopping upon a gram, At one point, I was leaning my head back and just quietly dumping cocaine into the bottom of my nose. It was awesome, bro.
Insane.
Luigi's in the back, dude. He's at the water park, bro.
Luigi having the time of his life.
He got that all-day wristband, dude. He don't give a fuck about me. He goes, you ride.
He gonna ride the taxi.
And this is when I knew I had a problem, man. Not specifically with drugs and alcohol, but with the way that I behave when I'm on drugs and alcohol. When I moved over into the driver's seat of this taxi, right? Put on my seatbelt. I remember asking them to put their seatbelt on. But they don't even make a seatbelt for all that activity, We need seatbelt reform. I've been saying this.
Seatbelt reform.
And I started this vehicle, and I drove us off into North Harlem, man. At 4:15 in the morning, just driving.
Off cocaine.
Drove for probably about 20 minutes. Didn't know where I was.
Can you drive on cocaine?
My brain's like, damn, dude, you're lost. It's 4:30 in the morning, man. You're high on cocaine.
And he still has his radios thing.
But at least you're working. At least you're out here making money for your family, okay? I don't have a family, dude. More importantly, I don't drive taxi, bro.
He was out of it.
But then my brain also goes, but man, you don't have a commercial driver's license. As if that was going to be an issue when the cop stops us. There's empty cocaine bags everywhere, right? Look like I've been washing my face with powdered donuts. The sex crimes in the backseat, potentially gay sex crimes in the backseat. And that officer's just gonna be like, that's all for naught, young soldier. You don't have a chauffeur's certificate. But that's what got me to pull over, man. I pulled over, I left a couple $100 on that car seat. I started walking off, man. I walked about 3 blocks, got into a regular taxi, right?
Wow.
I even made him pop the trunk just to make sure that spare tire wasn't shooting up in the back, I get to my hotel, it's 5:30 in the morning, and in 1 hour, I gotta be on the nationally syndicated radio program, the Opie and Jim Norton radio show, 2 men that I really admire. So I finished doing my cocaine. Because you can't not finish your cocaine, dude. Try to not finish your cocaine. I will watch you try. What do they put in it? Cigarettes?
Isn't that addictive?
I took 3 showers in 10 minutes, son. And dried off after each one, bro. You don't know me. Then I start walking to the radio station, right? It's 5 blocks to the Sirius building. Halfway there, I realize that I have on jeans with sweatpants over them. Something I've never worn before, because nobody's ever worn it. I'm the Neil Armstrong of pants this morning. I get up to the radio station, they tell me I gotta be in the air for 3 hours.
Oh.
There's 1 million listeners, right?
Oh.
I can't feel my face with either hand. Highest I can feel my neck. Running on neck thoughts. And the other guest for the day is Darryl Strawberry. Yeah. Who's in the Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Fame baseball player, and he's in the Hall of Fame for cocaine. Wasn't the 8-ball this beautiful man couldn't hit, right? And bless his heart, man, he's 13 years sober, and he's eloquent and successful and well put together. And he was some of these ideas that maybe I envision myself as, but this morning I'm showing up, nothing like that, So it just made me think like, dude, you gotta tighten up, And I'll say this too about Darryl Strawberry, man. I have big nostrils. Darryl Strawberry got the biggest nostrils you ever seen. I'm not saying it to shame him. It's not an ethnic thing. This man got dead stars at the bottom of his nose, okay? And I just say it so that you understand he didn't stand a chance against a fine powder.
Oh.
This beautiful man could kill a spice rack from 70 feet away, okay? Take that, nutmeg. What you looking at, coriander? But on this day, he was everything I needed to see, So that's when I got sober, and now I've been sober for 11 months.
Wow.
And I'm Theo Von. Thank you for having me. You guys be good.
That's when he got sober. That was the story that made him go sober. Wow, that's crazy. Hey, good for him though, right? But bro, that story is one of the most you can't even think of that for a movie, bro. That was one of the wildest stories I've ever heard, bro. Him and Luigi had a night, bro. Him and Luigi had a movie, bro. Luigi was on go from the start. He said cocaine, he said drugs. Like, bro, what? Taxi drivers be like that in New York? With the Bronx, all that? I don't know what there's a bunch of boroughs in there. I don't know what all that stuff is, bro. I never even been in New York, but that was crazy. I needed a longer Theo Von video, and I got it. Much excited that I did. I'm gonna get to more of his stuff as well, but hey, that's the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. More videos dropping soon, bro. But Theo Von is crazy, dog. This is my guy, y'all. This is my guy. Appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm gonna keep on dropping these bangers for y'all, and yeah, that's what it is, man. That's what it is, yo. No, God, yo. Theo Von is my guy, bro. Straight from Louisiana, bro. I think, what is it, Baton Rouge? Or, I don't know where from, but straight from Louisiana, bro. Funny dude, bro. And hey, I'm getting some more and more of them. I said I wanted to get some more comedians, and y'all got me with Theo Von. I also added to Norm McDonald today as well, so go tune into that. But like, comment, subscribe, share if you want to see more videos. Instagram's on the bottom of the screen. Also in the description if you want to hit me up, DM me, mention me, do all that shit so I can keep on spamming these videos out for y'all. I appreciate y'all so much for watching. It's your boy KingSupreme. I'll catch y'all next time, homies.